Hello. Hello.
So after the initial opening ceremony, we left. A bit scared of the goats there, wasn't sure what they were going to do. Come up to an intersection and I was looking at the GPS, and we actually should have turned right there, but I was chasing my brother. I was fluffing around taking some video before, and he got away from me. And once the both bikes are at maximum speed, incredibly hard to run anybody down. You know, they've got to back off for the corner to be able to be able to catch them. So I was here waiting for him.
I'm meant to be following the pink line. We're not on the pink line. My brother Warren roared off in the distance. Very hard to change speed on these bikes. Couldn't catch him. I stopped. Unfortunately, he has the tent, so I can't ditch him completely.
Just an initial shot, just look at the scenery. Now, I describe this as a big sky country, so you know there's vistas for miles and miles, just endless scenery. You know, and the horizon is always at the end of your view, so you can always see. We started to figure out pretty early that the route that we were on didn't really make any sense. It's like any other rally or navigation event. You know, there can be a perfectly good road beside where you are, and you're on like a track, you know, offset to it. So I stopped and had a quick chat to Will, the organiser, and gave me a little bit more insight into his thoughts for the event.
Are you getting a penalty for missing the waypoint?
Me?
Yeah.
You just got to make it to down to the sand dunes, then up to the lake. There's only 2 waypoints.
2 waypoints.
95 k's an hour.
Yeah. Good boy, mate. I saw you.
It's probably not accurate.
I've got mine to 100.
I thought it said this tracker thing said you're in fucking front.
So at this point I should apologise for our language. My brother and I are both blue collar workers.
When we were on this
so we
track
tend to
and then
swear
we
a
crossed
little
back
bit.
over to the one on the
Our language
on the
skills
map.
probably
So
aren't
you going
amazing.
past, just waiting for
So
Warren.
we use swear words as vowels, adjectives. You get the idea.
Go to the village we're going to.
Yes. This is more scenic with nature,
Yeah.
just in the shot.
Kind of spoils it, like back there when you're in a beautiful valley and they got the brand new power lines going through. You're like,
That's right.
it's kinda
Wilderness.
fucking shit.
It's a lot of money to fucking dig a trench for a long way. Yeah. No, it's cheaper. You do different cable too.
You'd hit plenty of rock.
Yeah. And you do it with a D9 and a fucking...
Probably out in this country, we're back there, it was a bit rocky.
Yeah. Alright mate, we'll roll on.
As I mentioned before, the idea of the rally, I had planned to have my Garmin GPS. The one that I use a lot is called a Rhino. Sorry, I just stopped. So very intrigued with animals all the time. So of course there's no trees in this immediate area, so the eagles just sit on rocks or just stand on the ground. Brand new power lines here through this nice valley. And as I was about to mention, the rally does not really take any true form with the terms of road, you know, so it will depict. So I was looking at that road there too. We should have turned left there. So sometimes you're on quite a good road, which, you know, of course this would have gone to our destination as well, but because I only had my phone, and what you really should do is have the 2 GPSs or 2 phones zoomed to different levels, so you can have a very close one so you can see where you actually are, and then you should have one scaled out so you can actually see the overall long-term desired route. Mongolia has an advantage for this as well, so you can just head on a bearing because, you know, essentially it's open, clear plains. There's nearly no fences in Mongolia, which I found incredibly refreshing, especially when come from Australia and the national parks or any other landowner just puts a fence up just to claim, you know, their property is their own, even if there's a gazetted road going through it. So we've come back onto the track that the GPS wanted us on, and you can see this is just essentially a footpad or a double track. So as I mentioned earlier, we figured out reasonably early that that sometimes the tracks were either non-existent, or there's just a route, or you're literally on a compass bearing. Now, I went through a little gully here, and I'd slowed down because I hadn't heard my brother for a while. So I stopped here to find out what's happened to him. I ended up turning around and going back towards him. He had initial problems with his bag strapped on. So we're back on this double track, you know, I'm back on route. And then, like I said, I'm looking for my brother. So I turn around and go back for him. Initially, Mongolia was a lot greener than I anticipated. I didn't anticipate, I'm not sure exactly why. I looked at the climate a little bit, you know. Yeah, maybe I didn't expect the rain as much, or but it was definitely greener than I anticipated. I mentioned earlier the bikes were particularly good. I gave my brother quite a good berth there to get around. This is a nomad's flock of horses, and essentially everything's free range in Mongolia. And I was told that there's 70 million head of livestock, and my guess is the breakdown something like goats, sheep, cattle, horses, yaks, camels. I really enjoyed the riding too, you know. The bikes are definitely substandard compared to what I have at home, but the challenge to make the bike travel, you know, as well as it can travel is always refreshing and always great to do for me, you know. Like, we travelled in India before this trip on bikes that weren't particularly good either, you know, so had quite a good reference for this sort of stuff. And of course the bike will go quite fast if you don't back off, so as long as you keep the throttle open it will maintain quite a good average speed. Little flock of horses here. I do like the natural environment as well, and the advantage of the motorbike is that you can see a lot of it relatively easy. I've done some bicycle touring and hiking and mountaineering as well, so I've got no problem with human powered activity as well, but the motorbike is just an amazing travel tool. You know, you can travel very vast distances, you know, on very rough terrain. Being self-sufficient as well, very easily. Now, towns are a little bit strange, you know. Most other times in the world you've got a map or signs going into the town. Had a lot of fences around the dwellings in the town. I suspect that's to keep some of the livestock in check over winter and to maintain some of the warmth around their properties as well. Can be very cold in Mongolia in winter, -20 is not far from normal. I enjoyed some of these little valleys and gullies we rode up. You know, they made it hard. This was quite soft gravel and the bikes were moving around a lot on it, so it added another element to you know, trying to maintain your speed and go as for me, as quick as I can is always a good challenge as well. And I found the scenery quite spectacular as well. Now this is actually the second day where we're coming up to. There was a Nomad that Will had seen in a previous trip, the organiser, and this particular old Nomad liked vodka, and we bought him a gift because that's what we were suggested to do. We bought him a little bottle, trying to be mindful of his health.
Got a vestibule there, we can cook. The weather's inclement, and so it's a 2 to 3 person, so good size.
It's our dwelling. Everybody sort of camped in the same places. We had a vehicle as well that followed us around. I'll just let you listen to our interface with our little Nomad.
Good?
Yeah, good. Yeah, the food's ready for you.
Thank you, everyone. Have. This is his little house. Neat. I've got it. So we've got curd.
Yeah, curd and whatever is probably something lamb or sheep in there. I don't know. And then this is yogurt. And this is the milk tea. It's a lot of food.
Yes. You feeling brave?
I had a little.
Uh-huh.
I tried this and this and some of the curd. It's not bad.
Yes. And little, just little. Little. Oh, good, thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. A little. Oh, it's nice, it's hot.
Reese, have some yogurt.
No,
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you.
okay, right. Thank you.
No, your camera's not pointed towards you.
Oh, lovely. What's this? Got him the big bottle.
I did.
We're trying to look after our health.
There's
our
one.
health.
Do you want some more of your yogurt?
I'm good, thank you.
Reese, there's yogurt here.
Say it again.
There's yogurt.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
5.
No. No.
Oh, there's
10, yeah. Wow, yeah, so no.
3. Yeah.
There you go.
maybe dip in that or something like
I
that.
don't know. Gonna get some non-GI.
Yeah.
Just trotting all day tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah.
The yogurt should be alright. Yeah.
I want you to stir that shit in there.
3 children.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Good.
Oh, that's very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I can hit you up with photos of my
Yeah, I should bring that up.
kids.
Thank you.
Let's see, favorites.
Oh. Underneath.
So,
What?
pretty sure it's lamb, dried,
Food underneath.
and now he's softening it with his hammer.
What's that?
I just had some. It's all right. We'll take a little bit more. Yeah. Of course, it's chewy because it's dry.
It's like jerky.